So I'm just the brief opening act before the really fun stuff. But I did want to Eva asked me to just take a couple minutes to tell you a little bit. I'm Joanna Massey. I'm Director of Learning and Engagement here at Carnegie Hall. Just take a couple minutes to tell you a little bit about our education programs and some opportunities for your schools, your students, your teachers to be involved. And before I did that, I just want to say a big welcome from all of us. I was in a meeting this morning and we were talking about principals, school principals, and the life of school principals, and what it means on a day-to-day basis to run a school, particularly here in New York City. And we had different staff commenting on inspirational school leaders and principals who have meant something to them in their lives. So on behalf of our staff, thank you for all the work that you do day in and day out. We couldn't do what we do without you and your leadership. So thank you so much for your dedication. So just briefly, the Wild Music Institute is, it sounds like a place. It's actually just a part of Carnegie Hall. It is the education and social impact arm of Carnegie Hall, and it's where all of our work, particularly our work with schools and students and teachers, lives. We have three kind of big buckets where we think about our education and social impact work, and I'll talk briefly about each three, and then I'll mention a couple programs that some of the folks I was speaking with said might be of particular interest to you. So our first bucket is learning and engagement programs, and those are really introductory programs for young people, in some cases for adults and families. It's opportunities for introductory experiences with music. We do have two programs for elementary schools, one that's K-2 called Musical Explorers, and that is a program. Is anyone familiar with that program? Fantastic. That is a program that explores music and culture from around the world through artists living here in New York City. It is a full K-2 curriculum, and it culminates twice a year with concerts here in Zankel Hall, which is our medium-sized venue downstairs. And that program is also offered digitally. So for schools that can participate by coming here in the hall, that's great. We also have a digital program where teachers can receive all of the materials and then watch a webcast of the concert. So that's K-2. I did want to ask, sorry, how many of you have music teachers in your schools? Can you just hold it up high so we can see? Great, fantastic, fabulous. So our other elementary school program is Link Up, which others may have heard of. It's a 3rd through 5th grade program. That is an orchestra education program. It is primarily recorder-based. How many people have tooting recorders in their schools? Yes. Hold those hands up high. Great, great. So this is a recorder-based program. The idea of the recorder, your first instrument, and we welcome about 20,000 students from around New York City to concerts here in the hall. It's unlike anything you can imagine, with 2,500 kids at a time playing recorder along with the orchestra. Tom Cavanis here, who you'll meet in a minute, is our host of the concert. And it is a wonderful, rich curriculum filled with all sorts of basic music skills and opportunities to connect with the orchestra and come and play along with the orchestra. So welcome you to check that out if you don't know about Link Up. And then also in the vein for music teachers, we have a year-round program called Music Educators Workshop. I think we put a little flyer about that in your book. Actually, that might be about our summer workshop. So we have a school year workshop that's for New York City teachers only, and that is an opportunity. It is a free program. In fact, I like to add the caveat that we actually do give the teachers a stipend if they participate in the full program, so we actually pay them an honorarium for their participation. And that is for any K-12 music teacher teaching in a school setting or a community setting. They come once a month to this space that you're in right now on Saturdays for workshops and learning with their peers and with a set of faculty and guest artists. They also can participate in playing in ensembles and making music together. And we also offer some concert tickets and some opportunities for them to engage with Carnegie Hall. So if your music teachers don't know about Music Educators Workshop, please let them know. And please feel free to have them reach out to us. It's a wonderful professional development program. And I should, from a DOE perspective, say that we offer P credit for that program and also state CLE credit as well. So teachers are welcome to participate in those. And then I wanted to just mention another request was around our family programming. Eva, yeah?
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Is this only for certified music teachers or music clusters as well?
Any music educator working in any school or community setting. So the largest percentage of folks are DOE music certified music teachers, but we have teaching artists, we have folks who are working in after school and community settings. So anyone who's working with young people in music as well. And some of the folks you're going to meet in a minute are on that faculty as well. Yes. Great, so in terms of family programming, Carnegie Hall offers a number of concerts that are a low-cost ticket price for families to attend, and we also have free family days twice a year, where the education wing that you are in right now is completely taken over by hundreds and hundreds of families. We have a fabulous family day coming up on April 7th that is part of the Migrations Festival that we'll be talking about today, honoring the Harlem Renaissance, Journey to the Harlem Renaissance, and learning about music and art from that time. And that is a free event open to all families. We suggest ages 4 to 10. As you can imagine, we get younger and older, and that's fine too, but sort of 4 to 10 is the sweet spot for that space. And that is a free open event, and it is included in the Migrations Festival brochure that you have, so please feel free to share that with families. And then just one other plug I wanted to make is for Future Music Project, which is our after-school programming for young people, ages 14 to 19. And that is also free after-school programming as well as Saturday. The Saturday is a drop-in, so any young person can come and make music and work with professional artists, songwriting on Saturdays. That's open year-round. And then there are a series of classes, as well as an ensemble, which Saskia, who you'll also meet, can tell you more about. The ensemble is an auditioned group, so those kids audition, but the classes are open to any young person who wants to commit to a set of sessions. We have songwriting, we have music production, digital production, concert production, all sorts of fun stuff that's happening after school. And there was a request for some flyers for that, so we'll make sure we get you a flyer so you can learn a little more about that. And those are the programs that I think speak probably mostly to your audience. I did want to mention that we do have a full swath of social impact programs that we are working with people in all sorts of settings to create and write their own music, including a fantastic lullaby project, which Tom can also tell you more about. He's one of the founders of that work, and we work with mothers and fathers around the city creating and writing lullabies for their newborn or unborn child. It's a beautiful program and opportunity certainly for families to participate in some of that work as well. And we do a lot of work in artist training too. You may have heard about the National Youth Ensemble. Here in the summer at Carnegie Hall, we bring together some of the finest young musicians ages 16 to 19 for 3 youth ensembles that come together in residency. They perform here at Carnegie Hall. I know it is dead of summer for you, it is the end of July, hopefully you're on a beach somewhere, but if you are not, and actually most of you aren't, I know, because you work summers too, please come and check out some of these concerts. We'll make sure that you have the information. Some of the best young musicians from across the country performing in Stern Auditorium, which we hope to give you a little sneak peek of today, so stay tuned for that. Are there any questions? I know that was really rapid, and I apologize. I just don't want to keep you from the fun stuff. Are there any immediate questions around any of those programs that I mentioned?
You mentioned one of the programs offers transportation.
Yes, sorry, I didn't mention that. So we have a program called Count Me In, which is a program for singers, middle school singers, 8th grade, who are interested in auditioning for a performing arts high school here in the city. And this program, in its earliest iterations, actually existed out at schools. When the education wing here was built, we moved the program here. But we provide transportation. There's busing from some schools. There are subway passes available for all students. We provide food, and it is a free program in the fall. It runs for 8 weeks in the fall, and it basically is like a boot camp to prepare young singers for their auditions in the fall for arts high schools. So please let me know if anyone is interested in that program. We can also get a flyer. It's a wonderful program. We've had really some incredible success with young people who have come in with very minimal music training and able to successfully audition for arts high schools, which has been very exciting. Great. Fantastic. Well, again, welcome. We're so excited to have you here today. Please do check out all of our education programs. Please make sure your music teachers know about us. We want to know them. We want to know their students, and we look forward to working with you. And I'm going to turn it over to the Craft Ace team here, and I will just say that as I mentioned, Tom, Hassan, and Saskia wear many hats here at Carnegie Hall. They are fantastic artists and performers in their own right, and also really masterful educators, and work with young people, do trainings with teachers, work with artists to kind of wear many, many hats and many roles. So we're thrilled to have them. And I'm going to turn it over to Tom and Hassan and Saskia. Thank you.